Challenges that we've seen is, speech to text is still what I call Starbucks style name recognition. So I'm Alan everywhere that I say that to a computer, and at Starbucks. And when we're working in an environment that is, person to person, like, hey, Bob, can you go get another ladder for us? Bob's pretty easy, but Nivedita is a harder one. So there's, in areas where we're trying to convert names to commands or have a computer act for a specific person, that's one of the areas that still needs to catch up a little bit. Just dealing with people who aren't as familiar with smartphones and using smartphones. We're working with task workers. Smartphones are scary and make them feel, dumb. And so asking them to know about Bluetooth or apps makes them, feel challenged. So, creating a specific device, smooths that over a little bit, but it's still, anytime that you bring up an app, you have to be conscious of which workers you're asking to use that.
Yeah. So I agree with all that, but I'll give you a different spin, which is its expectations. Two things that comes to mind with. So the first one is that when we first launched the product and we talked about the AI transcribing a conversation and recognizing intent, extracting information, people's expectations are that they should be able to walk out and everything is going to be absolutely perfect. And that's not possible because audio quality and so many other things have an impact on whether or not the machine can even hear what it's trying to transcribe, and it can identify the right kinds of intent. So that's one thing. The second thing is that there's also this expectation that when people see what they said in writing, that they're like, and we use this analogy, but they're like Martin Luther King and how great they spoke and how eloquent they were. No one speaks like that. So what happens is a lot of time you'll look at a transcript for a conversation and you'll look at it and say, this is crap, this is horrible. Then you go listen to the audio and it's verbatim, 100% exactly what was said, with 5 people talking over each other, interrupting each other and saying, yeah, like a lot. And so what happens is that people, what they hear, what they expect are misaligned. You had to take that and also put that into effect with when we first launched. Our expectation was that people understand Alexa, they will use voice commands in a meeting. And then we found, wow, to interrupt the flow of a conversation, to use voice commands is really awkward, so let's swing the pendulum the entire other way, have the AI do all the intent recognition. And there was too many false positives and too many things that was capturing that aren't really as important, so we ended up shifting back into the middle where it's a combination of explicit and implicit commands that are being given in a conversation. And this is all stuff that we're doing on the fly because while we're trying to build this, people are getting more comfortable with an Alexa device. People are getting more comfortable with how they speak. We've seen some interesting things, which just last week I heard feedback from a user where having the AI in their meetings makes them slow down, makes them think about what they're going to say before they say it, and makes them be much more cohesive in their speech, which is something we hypothesized would happen, but to have someone tell us unsolicited that this is what's happening was interesting.